It's rolling.
Okay. Oh, hi, Eddie.
Hi.
What I'm doing here, this is an exterior corner of an interior wall, and it had a piece of wood that was nailed onto it as trim, I guess as a corner protector, that over the years got painted and it looked cheap and it didn't really look appropriate. So I took the trim off, and I've got this simple corner now, but it has this old coral pink color.
Yes, it's hideous.
Yes, it is. It's about the color of Pepto-Bismol. Now, when it was new, back in the 1950s, it probably looked pretty good. But today, you know, it looks pretty bad. So what I'm doing, I've run out of white paint. I used all the white paint I had on the inside of the bookcase closet. Mm-hmm. So I don't have that any more of that left. So what I'm doing over here is I'm using joint compound, which is this over here, and basically I'm going into the still moist part of the joint compound, because I've had this joint compound for a while, so it's a little dried out, but it's still moist and pliable enough to work with. So what I do is I'm basically just plying it on, and what you do is you have to work with it a little bit. And you always drop a little bit, because like I said, it's not as moist as it was when it was new. So I'm going to pick up some. And
should I water it?
No, I'm afraid if I water it, that'll make it too thin. It's this is a pre-mixed compound. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm working this in. And what will happen is when this dries, it will dry white. You can see the joint compound itself is almost a light pink. And when I first bought it, it was bright pink. Mm-hmm. And it's the type that it goes on pink and it dries white. But I've had this for a couple of years, and when I bought it, it was bright pink.
Yeah.
But if it sits on a shelf for a couple of years, it'll slowly dry out. So
now it's a kind of mauve.
Yeah, it's a kind of pale mauve. But see, what happens is once I work with it, once I move it around, it starts to become very pliable and very flexible, and it gets to be a little easier to work with. So basically, this, even though I don't have paint right now to cover this up, I've got this patching plaster, or what they call it, joint compound.
Interesting that coral and bright blue were like late 40s, early 50s colors.
Yeah.
And mauve and powder blue were 80s colors.
Yeah, they were a lot. Well, because I think people learned from the 40s and 50s, that some colors are just too dark and intense.
Yeah.
When you paint, especially when you paint them on the inside of a room.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, the reason I decided to do this is because when I pulled the wood trim away, it did leave some holes.
Yeah.
So I knew I had to work with this anyway to fill in the holes. So I'm gonna dig in here.
That wants to eat some.
Oh, this is. I don't think it's any. It doesn't even smell like anything she would want. She just wants to be in the middle of whatever we're doing. You have to move. Yeah, there you go. Okay. And like I said, what you do is you just work with it a bit, and then it starts to become very pliable, and then you can manipulate it into the shape you want. And you can be a little rough with it. You can let it dry rough, because then you can come back and sand it smooth. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Eddie. That's good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, what's all this?
What's going on?
Well, I decided to clean the bathroom today. because you know, we basically cleaned up the hallway a bit. I took the old doors off of these doorways to open this place up, and I just decided I was sick and tired of how filthy and dirty the bathroom was.
Yeah.
It had a lot of smoke damage and dust and dirt from just 19 years of neglect after the house fire 19 years ago. And so I just came in, and I'm going to step partly into the bathtub. You can come over here, and I'll show you a before and an after.
Okay.
Okay, the floor's a little wet. I'm sorry. You're going to have to get your feet wet a little bit. Okay. Here's before, and here's after. Okay, and basically, I was going to start with a scrub brush, but that really didn't do anything. I had to take a sopping wet small hand towel and just really soak it with, and wear rubber gloves, and soak it with bleach and soap water.
Right.
And that really helped. And basically, I came in here before and just cleaned everything out, knocking down old insect nests and brushing a lot of loose dirt and stuff.
Oh, here's an insect
Yeah,
nest.
that's what's left of an insect nest. It used to stick out like this. And so, you know...
The loose dirt is only now, like, down here.
Yeah, well, actually, yeah. And you know, so I'm working from the top down. So basically, I'm gonna clean, you know, the plaster part first. I'm going to clean what's left of those insect nests. I'm going to clean those away, and then I'm just going to work my way down and clean the tile, and then clean the tub, and clean everything, and then eventually either today or tomorrow I'm going to take up this linoleum.
Oh yeah, it's crappy 70s linoleum.
Yeah.
Yeah, wash the loo.
Yes, I have to watch the loo. That's where the toilet used to be.
All right.
Okay.
Well, this is a lot of progress.
What? Oh yeah. I'm down to like one of the last steps now. What I'm doing now is I've already cleaned this a couple of times with some pretty strong stuff. What I'm doing now is I'm taking this scrub brush and I'm just making sure the grout, you know, is relatively clean. And this is basically scrubbing the edges of the tile. You know, this is good for the grout, but it's also good for the tile.
So you have an old gas burner there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an old-fashioned heater of sorts. And it's metal with ceramic, with a white ceramic finish. And it must have been very nice in its day when it was new. But these, you know, these lasted a long time. I'll bet they were using this right up until the house fire.
Yeah. Sure they were. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Eddie. I'm gonna put my cookie down.
Here we go.
Okay. Okay, so I just finished cleaning the bathroom. And we were using the bathroom as a closet because it's a non-functioning bathroom. None of the fixtures work.
Yeah.
So we had cabinet shelves with all of our folded clean clothes here, and we had something here. And so anyway, this would be a good time to take up the linoleum, if we can. Oh, it's not, okay, I thought it would just lift up. Oh, good Lord.
What?
Oh, it's got some crap underneath it. Oh, and it looks like, looks like some kind of plywood or something underneath it. Okay, I'm going to have to get some tools. Okay,
You know,
do you want
a
me
while
to...
back I looked up underneath in the other bathroom. I saw chipboard.
Oh, you think there's chipboard underneath?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would just leave it for now.
Okay, for now we're going to leave it.
Okay.
In that case, I'll do this and I'll clean it up as much as I can, and then I'll put the stuff back in here for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why they would put in chipboard.
Oh, who knows? It's, you know, this is 1970s linoleum.
Yeah. Crap.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Eddie.